Ever wondered why, despite a decent paycheck, your bank account doesn't reflect your hard work? Or you may have noticed that your earnings seem to vanish without leaving any satisfaction. Now let's discuss 6 critical reasons that might be influencing and impacting your financial well-being. So number 1 on this list is haram income. The source of your income plays a very important role. Islam provides clear guidelines on the ethics of earnings. There are careers and businesses that are considered unacceptable. And being involved with those careers and businesses or failing to fulfill our roles diligently, it not only affects our income, but also its spiritual essence. Are we truly investing our best efforts, or are we cutting corners at the expense of our integrity? Now, understanding the source of our earnings is just the beginning. Our financial practices, they also invite or they repel barakah, which brings me to my second point. So point number 2 is avoiding interest. Yes, you heard that correctly, avoiding interest. In today's economy, avoiding interest is challenging, but it's very important. It's about the conscious effort we make to find alternatives that reflect our commitment in making sure our financial dealings, they align with our Islamic value. This journey is filled with effort and sometimes guilt as well, but it is a stepping stone towards achieving financial blessing. Number 3 on this list is paying zakat. So zakat is a pillar of Islam, and it's as important as salah. It's as foundational as salah, and it purifies wealth. It's not just an obligation, but it's also a privilege for those it's due from. Annual payment of zakat is calculated on certain savings, and it is essential. Now, if somebody needs assistance on this topic, reach out to your local masjid. It is all about fulfilling this obligation with precision and with your heart. As we continue discussing best financial practices, there are other aspects of our spiritual life that also play an important role, which brings me to point number 4, which is fulfilling our religious obligation. Our daily obligations, especially salah, are non-negotiable. Neglect in salah translates to a broader neglect in our lives, including our finances. Ihsan, or excellence in our prayers, it reflects directly on the barakah in our rizq. It's about prioritizing our spiritual duties to enhance our worldly desires and well-being as well. Now, aside from these obligations, our social interactions, they also play a very important role in our financial prosperity. So number 5 on this list is maintaining family ties. The Prophet ﷺ, he emphasized the power of kinship, the power of keeping ties with our relatives in increasing risk. It is also about balancing boundaries with compassion, ensuring that we are not the ones that are breaking the ties. We're not the ones that are starting the problems. Our relationship should be grounded in kindness, and that will open doors for abundant risk. Last but not the least is number 6, which is gratitude. Our attitude towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's provisions, it affects its value in our lives. Ungratefulness can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction, and it makes wealth feel insufficient no matter how much we have. Building a mindset of gratitude is key to feeling enriched, regardless of the amount that we have. Remember, wealth in Islam isn't measured by quantity, but it's actually measured by the contentment in our hearts. In your du'as, don't just ask for an increase in risk, but also the wisdom to cherish it. Let's all work on transforming our financial practices to invite more barakah in our lives.
لأجاريهم قلدت ظاهر ما فيهم فبدوت شخصا آخر كي أتفاخر وظننت أنا